it's 2:15, and I am back at the campground. I had a lovely walk back from the crack with Jarek and Gabriella. They were super, super nice. And now I'm wet and cold. I didn't notice, but it's kind of snowing right now, but it was raining a little bit and misting, and my jacket's really wet. And then my layers underneath are all wet from sweating. So I'm looking forward to getting back to the tent and getting a nice fire going. I just grabbed 3 more pieces of wood. I didn't really feel like I needed much more. I might be okay with what I have, but I thought just to be safe, I'll grab a few pieces. So got that, and I didn't even have lunch or anything to eat. I had that big breakfast this morning, and then the whole time I was hiking the crack, I was so thirsty. Probably from that breakfast sausage, I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know. I guess this late lunch thing is just a thing for me. It's 10 to 3. Finally just getting some lunch. I got back, got the fire going fairly easily. I got my cup ready there with some hot chocolate mix in it. Got my Baileys there because I thought, hot chocolate and Baileys sounds like a great idea right now. Got the water on there, and the fire's just getting going. So I'm gonna sit here and have my snacks and enjoy a nice cup of hot chocolate with Baileys and warm up and dry my clothes out. So I should have filmed this when I got back to the tent after going for the hike and stuff. I was really, really cold by the time I got here. I had to sit in the car for like 5 minutes to drive from the crack to where I park at the office. And then I got out, and by that time I was freezing because my clothes are wet underneath. And then I had to get back out in the cold and walk to the campsite, which isn't really a very, strenuous type of a warm you up. I mean, it warmed me up a bit, but I was still really chilly when I got here. So I walked around the tent to take a look because it has been freezing rain for quite some time here. And the bottom half, like just above where the green part is here, so probably around here-ish, there was like, it looked like frozen raindrops, big fat frozen raindrops, or like slush, just along that part, and then it's on the green part. I think you should be able to see that still. Hang on, let's do it this way. So there. So now it just looks like rain, but it was all like slush, and I should have filmed it, but I didn't. I was just so, my first priority was getting in here and getting a fire going and getting warm. So I just went around the outside of the tent and scraped it all off, and it came off quite well, and most of it didn't soak through the tent. It is still freezing rain, but now I have the fire going, so hopefully as it hits the tent, it should melt unless it pours rain. It's only supposed to be a teeny bit of accumulation. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to clean that window. I can't reach it when the tent is up. It's on too much of an angle, and if I lean forward, I'll like fall in and knock the whole thing over. It looks like it's snowing now again. Keeps changing back and forth. It's slushy. It's slushy out. Let's go take a look. I want to eat my food, but I want to see what's going on out here. All right, so we got a little wetness coming through here on the zipper part. I waterproofed it really good the last time it leaked. This is where the end of the bed is, and the backpack, I think it's just pushing on it. I don't have any other place to put it though, so the stove jack here is wet, but that's fine. The stove, now that I have the stove going, this will dry really quick. Oh, here we go. So this is what it looked like earlier. It's just like slush. Just have to keep knocking it off until I get a good fire going and it gets really hot in there, and then it should be okay. It's only supposed to rain a little bit. It's like slush. See it? It's like slush. It's awful stuff, but it's way down on the bottom at least. It's not up here. Everything up here is good. It seems to be beating on the seams and everywhere. And now it looks like it's snowing instead of raining, so it's very wet. It's only around 0, feels like -2. It's not super cold out, but it's really damp. Yeah, that's about it. The rest of it seems fine. So that's where I'm sleeping here. But the cot actually is right here. So it's just actually under the cot. And then I'm on the 2 mats and in the sleeping bag. So it should be okay. Guess we'll see. Beautiful light snow falling here in Killarney on George Lake. I managed to keep the tent at a good temperature. Everything seems good. There's nothing wet. It's been raining. I didn't realize it was still raining because I didn't hear it. But I just stuck my head out and it's still misting out. Like, it's just really yucky. But look, I have this beautiful view right from my window. All the birds were flying around here between the trees, and there was a bunch of squirrels jumping around. They're all gone now, but I went out there to try to catch some of them, but as soon as I went out, they took off. But I can watch them from in here. I'm just on a little walkabout. Thought I'd come out and stretch my legs a bit before it gets dark, which will be soon. It's 5 p.m. I had my snacks and my hot chocolate and my Baileys. I've been listening to an audiobook and drying up. Everything is nice and dry now. Got my little camp booties on. I don't know if I'm supposed to wear them out of the tent, but I made sure they had like a good rubber sole on the bottom, so they've got some good protection, but can't wear them in really deep snow. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Nothing too exciting. My quad is just killing me right now. I'm like limping. I'm gonna take some Tylenol when I get back. Hopefully I'll be feeling okay after my Palm Bay. There's a piece of birch, like a branch, big branch, that's broken. It's just suspended in the air by this other tree. All right, I'm back on my street, Woodchuck Road. It's my street, it's a little path. Some of these campsites are really close together, like there's not a lot of privacy. Although I am used to backcountry, like they're really nice sites. Maybe in the summer and the spring when there's more foliage and plants and stuff like that, maybe it's more secluded looking. I don't know. This one's kind of neat. Mine's the best one. Well, 77 is pretty nice. It would have been really nice to stay there, but I'm glad I didn't take it all the times I've walked back and forth to the office and going places. I would have been wiped. I did the crack today in the snow and the ice. I'm pretty pleased with myself. That was a pretty tough hike. It looks so pretty. Look at that. So I have a ridiculous amount of food, but I'm really hungry, so hopefully it'll be okay. If not, I'll just whatever. I just wanted to show you, I put a little bag of snow in there yesterday, and then again I filled it up this morning. Just made a little snow patty, and I stuck it in the bear vaults right on the bottom, and it's still frozen, so that's good. I'm just gonna load up my appies here on, or my hors d'oeuvres, I don't know what you call them, onto my cookie sheet, and then I'll give you a little peek. I brought way too much food, but I'm okay with it. I'm just going to make it all. There was actually one more quiche, and I was like, there's no way that stuff is filling. I think like one or two less of each of these two would have been better, but it's here now. I figure I'll cook it, and it's only 5:30. I can just kind of pick at it throughout the night. So I'm going to put this underneath the stove. What I did was I put two, I'm just going to turn this. Hopefully you can see it. I just put two pieces of wood down there that are about the same height, and I'm just going to slide the cookie sheet right down there like a little drawer. If I can get the light set up here. I only have two hands, it's kind of hard. Okay, get the, just use my glove. I think that the quiche would have to cook the most, so put those in there. In they go. And hopefully they cook fast. All right, I'm just checking on my food here. It's been under the stove for about 15 minutes. Most of these take around 15 to 30 minutes in the oven, depending on which one it is. Everything looks good. I'm going to put it down under there for maybe another 15, 20 minutes. I just want to make sure it's really fully cooked. I'm back in my tank top in the hot tent. It's actually comfy cozy. I'm just wearing my really thin tights, my like light hikers, and my little booties for inside the tent, which I've been wearing outside the tent too, but my feet were kind of needing to get out of those hiking boots after all that walking today. So I'm comfy cozy. I'm just sitting here waiting for my food, and it smells kind of good in here. It kind of smells like a bar or a restaurant with like all the fried food, but it's not all fried, I guess, and I'm baking it under a wood stove. The good thing about cooking the food like this is it's not like, it's still hot in here, but it's not 80 million degrees. Like, you would never catch me making like breakfast like I did eggs today. You have to get the top of the stove really hot for that. And I had the door open. I usually have the door open the whole time I'm making breakfast. Like, I don't even shut it. And I'm wearing a tank top. So cooking under the stove, there's a lot of heat down there. And I'm not like dying of heat exhaustion, so it's kind of nice. Also, I like to put the two logs under there, so it kind of pushes the cookie sheet right underneath. I think I got some good pictures this time. This phone is great. It has a back half zoom, so it goes out even though, you know, you can be really close to something and somehow it zooms out for you, which is great for this space, but it doesn't work when I film myself in this mode. I have to be forward or taking a picture to do it. So that kind of sucks, but you can't have it all. I'm really enjoying this phone, by the way. Hopefully you guys are liking the videos. I just took some really nice pictures just as it was starting to get dark out. I took some pictures of the tent kind of lit up, and then I took some pictures out over the lake, and all the mountains and stuff, the white quartzite mountains, they're covered in snow, and they looked bluish. Everything had like a bluish tone to it. So I took some silhouette shots. I'll put them in here in case you guys are interested, but I really, really like them. Anyways, that's about it. I'm just sitting here waiting for my food and listening to another audiobook. I go through those things like crazy, but I'm really enjoying it. Just sitting here chilling, and I thought I heard a wolf call twice. I don't know if it was people doing it. It came from where Magdalena and Peter are staying. So I'm not sure if it was them maybe trying to call some or if it were actually wolves. But I was going to go outside, but second call they stopped. So if I hear it again, I'll go out and investigate. But there's not really much going on. It's super quiet here. Just the way I like it. Oh, my delicious dinner is done. It's been under there for about an hour. I took it out at 45 minutes and I was pretty sure everything was cooked, but I just wanted to make sure. It's not like it's gonna get bad if I cook it a little bit longer than I should, but everything seems hot and cooked, and I'm gonna start eating. This looks so good. There's way too much though. I was telling a friend what I was making and she asked what crab rangoon is. I've had it in a few restaurants over the last, I don't know, 10 or 15 years. It's really yummy. It's crab meat mixed with cream cheese, and then different people make it different ways, but this one has green onion in it with the cream cheese and the crab meat, but just mild. And then it's in this nice little puff pastry. I have plum sauce to dip the crab rangoon in, and I have ketchup to dip the quiche in, and the plum sauce is also good on the coconut shrimp. So yum. Sometimes I have to get in some weird angles. At least I don't have the pole in front of my face this time, so that's a little bit better. I got my knife because I'm going to cut into the crab rangoon. I wanted to show you guys what it looked like if you've never had it. So there, it's just like a white kind of creamy sauce. Crab meat, cream cheese, and a little bit of green onion, or maybe they put something else in there, I don't know, but I don't know how hot this stuff is. Oh, it's good. I didn't even dip it in anything. All right. This is so tedious. There we go. I ended up with ketchup all over my tank. Could you imagine? Oh, that would be a disaster. These are so good. They're panetta. It's a purple box. I'll show you a picture. I took some pictures of it when I got it. And the crab rangoon, but really, really good with any type of sweet and sour or plum sauce or orange, anything like that. I'm gonna go eat this. I'll see you later. Well, hello there. It's 9:30 on, what day is it? Wednesday night, and I'm really sleepy. That hike today wore me out. My legs are a little bit stiff, but they're not too bad. Hopefully I'll be in good enough shape tomorrow to do the Granite Ridge Trail before I head home. I'd like to do that. I'm going to pack up tomorrow. I have some banana bread that I had in my freezer the other day. I pulled out and I had it in the car. I was going to eat it on the drive home, but then when I was at the car earlier, I thought, oh, I'll bring this in and I can just kind of snack on it. I have 2 pieces, so I can just kind of snack on it while I'm packing up instead of cooking in the morning. I'm really, really happy I got to do the crack today. That was so awesome. Anyway, I'm going to go to sleep and I will see you in the morning. Hopefully it's a good night and I get a good sleep. Well, good morning. It is 10 after 7, and surprisingly, it's not daylight yet. Usually around this time, the sky starts lightening up. It's supposed to be sunny today, so I was hoping for a sunrise. That won't be happening for a little bit still, but usually it's light out at this time, so it's a little strange. Woke up at about 6:30. I just had a piece of banana bread, and I'm just slowly starting to pack things up inside the tent while I'm getting the fire to slowly start going out. I still have 3 pieces of wood, and I brought 3 pieces of wood in yesterday by hand, so I guess I didn't need them. I was pretty sure I didn't, but it was nice to have them just in case. So I had a really good sleep last night. I went to sleep at 9:30 and I didn't wake up till almost 2:30, which is unheard of. When I'm in the hot tent, I usually wake up every 3 hours to put wood in the fire, but I actually didn't want it to be hot, and I was okay if the fire went out because it's been so warm. I think it feels like -9 or -10 last night, so again, not too cold and very comfortable to sleep in with the stove all dampered down. So I think when I went back to sleep around 2:45, I slept right till 6:30 this morning, so it was pretty good. So that's about it for now. I'm gonna start packing up slowly and make my way to the car with all my stuff, and then I'm gonna load up the car, and then I'm gonna walk across the street and do the Granite Ridge Trail before I head out today. So I'm looking forward to checking out that. I might make a separate video for that. We'll see how the time is with this video, if I can squeeze it in or not. And that's about it for now. I'll check back with you in a little bit. Well, it's 8:05, and just taking my time here. I'm just about to do the stove. Basically what I'm going to do is just disconnect the pipe, empty the ashes into the fire pit here, and then I've got some water to pile on it, and I'll also probably have to shovel a bunch of snow onto it. Just finished packing everything up, and took a peek out at the lake here, and the sun is shining. It looks beautiful. Gorgeous. Well, it's 9:07. I'm this close to the end. I got about halfway up the hill, and then I thought, this is a great place to stop and make a video. Catch my breath. Almost there. Keep going. Whew. Hill's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I'm not at the top yet, so probably shouldn't comment. Well, I made it back to my car just as I was pulling the toboggan up to the back of it. There were people 2 cars over, and the guy said, "Are you Christina?" I guess a lot of people in Killarney know me. It's kind of funny, but really cool. They've got a Lure of the North toboggan there. I just took a picture with them. I'll put it inserted here so you guys can take a peek at them. But Lynn and Brian are from Southern Ontario, and they're here till Sunday. So they have a hot tent, snow trekker, and they've got a beautiful Lure of the North toboggan, which I love. So I hope they have a great time. It was really nice meeting you guys. It was super nice meeting Fiona and Ryan, Gabriella and Jarek, Magdalena and Peter. Wow, it's a lot of people for 3 days to have not a lot of people in the campground and to still meet so many people, but I loved it. It was nice and quiet, super peaceful, and I'm so glad I came. Great 3 days here in Killarney. I will definitely be back in the winter. I love it here, and might do a backcountry trip, might do a cold camping trip, hot tenting, I'm not sure. For right now, I just need to get my stuff in the car and get a little warmed up, and then I'm going to head over and do the Granite Ridge Trail. So I'm excited to check that out. Anyways, I'm going to get this stuff all unpacked, and I'll see you in a bit. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.